Good evening, guys. Hope you're well. We'll take questions from English-speaking media first, and then questions in Spanish after that. If I can ask you to raise your hand, we'll come to as many of you as we can. Obviously, it's a busy room. We'll do one question per organisation, please. Somewhere to start? Martin, just here, please.
Hi, Pep. You've had some good news in terms of Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish and Ake and Diaz as well. That's a boost for you, isn't it?
Yeah, they travel. We'll see tomorrow. But it's good news they are here, obviously.
You were talking to Jack Grealish quite a lot in the open bit of the training. How important can he be tomorrow night? Because he was playing so well in the first.
But he's able to play a really good game against, for example, FA Cup. But after have not consistency to play every week, 3 games a week, 6 games 2 weeks. So he was not able to do it. Hopefully, these 3 months and a half we have until the end of the season can get it.
Paul?
Hi, Pep. Obviously, it's not your first time here. You know how intimidating the atmosphere can be. How important is it that your players sort of focus on their game and try and shut that out as much as possible tomorrow?
In that level and against that teams, no matter the stage, the pressure is there. But it's more than welcome. You cannot perform well without the pressure, and it's what it is. Not the first time. It depends how we play, how we handle it. The moments always in this stadium, in the biggest stadiums, no matter it's here in Barcelona, Milan, and Anfield, always the bad moments that you have to suffer will be there. Try to reduce as less as possible.
John?
Pep, what is it going to take to turn this around? Do you need almost everything to go right?
Yeah, you have to make an almost perfect game, obviously. The result is not good. Always we came with a more or less good result, but the result is not the perfect situation. We have to attack, we have to score goals. This is the idea.
Pep, you've already started the renewal of your squad with all the signings you made in January. Is it fair to say that for some players, this might be their last chance with City in the Champions League, obviously with the summer changes you're thinking of as well?
No, I don't know. I would like to answer you, but it will be at the end of the season. Still, we have a lot to play to qualify for the Champions League next season. Of course, Europe right now, still we are there. FA Cup, the World Cup, and the end of the season, we take the decision.
This could be their last chance.
This season?
Yes.
Yeah. If we don't go through, definitely is the last chance. If I go through, we have another one. So, but in terms of the players for the future, no decision is not being made because it will depend how the performance will be until the end of the season.
Yeah.
Hi, Pep. You're obviously going to need big characters tomorrow night. Can I ask you about Erling Haaland's development on that side of his game? Obviously, he was given the captain's armband on Saturday. Have you seen real sort of growth in his leadership qualities?
But have been really important this season. But since I arrived, I would say three years ago, the numbers and the consistency in playing games have been unbelievable. But we had to perform not just early. So I always said before, your colleagues have to make almost a perfect game to go through. But it's the same if you have to go to Anfield or Arsenal right now, or go to Barcelona right now, or the big teams in Europe that qualify the top 8, I would say. If you go away, will be quite similar. Have to play a really good game, especially after the result we took in the first game.
Hi, Pep. All of the talk in the build-up to the game here in Madrid has been about referees. Real Madrid saying that they feel they get treated unfairly by match officials. Are you worried at all that all of this talk might affect the officials in charge of the game tomorrow night?
I don't think so.
Is there already a pressure on referees on such a big occasion?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the referee when it's the scrutiny, you are in front of the whole Europe, all around the world. There's the human being that don't want to perform well because it's not just see you and me, it's see you whole planet. So, and that's why the decisions they want to take, they want to be good. But sometimes, it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't think so. They will feel the pressure.
Hi, Pep. You've obviously faced Real Madrid a lot over the years, always against good teams, never easy to win here. But given the circumstances with the scoreline, does this feel your hardest trip here? And if you can do it, would it then feel perhaps the biggest win you've got here?
I have an incredible good memories in this stadium, even sometimes good ones, sometimes not good ones, but always I had the good memories when coming here. Never have been easy when I was a football player with Barca, and after as a manager or Bayern Munich, City. Always have been tough. We know that. So the history is here, but always have a good memories. It's a good moments, and it's tough because of course the result is not the perfect one, but we came sometimes here with better results. At the end, didn't come. Sometimes come. So we have to do it, and we see how we behave.
Pep, just on the referee situation, are you happy if your players swear at a referee? Are you concerned they might be risking a red card, or do you think what happened at the weekend was an overreaction? Do you actually warn your players not to swear at referees?
I would not say never ever, but really I talk about the referees with my players. Maybe in the circumstances that the days before is something is impossible to forget because it's in the vibe, in the locker room, in the media, extremely hard. Most of the times I don't even know which the referee will be present. So yesterday was day off. This morning didn't talk about that with the team, and I assure you it's not going to happen tonight. It's not going to happen tomorrow.
Do one more question, English guys, just here, please.
Hi Pep, Alex Ashmore here for Sporty TV. You talked about those memories playing Real Madrid. What are some of the big takeaways from those games, perhaps the defeats that you've learnt and things that you want to change to try and do better tomorrow night?
You have to play with courage. You have to be yourself. What I learned in the years, like I was a football player with a young player here, and we didn't get results. The moment we changed a bit the mentality, you have to play with incredible courage. You have to play to win the game.
Hi, Bernardo. You've had quite a lot of different experiences against Real Madrid in the past. Can you talk us through your sort of memories of playing against them?
My memories of playing against them, I would say it's a mix. It's a mix of emotions in terms of. I think we played 4 times against. 9 now. But we won. We knocked them out of the Champions League twice. They knocked us out of the Champions League twice, and so now it's the 5th time that we go against each other. So yeah, when you get knocked out twice, it's always not nice, and especially the way that some of them were. I remember the first time that they knocked us out. It was in the last minutes here and the last time was in penalty. So it's always frustrating. But also some good memories, so some good memories. So I'm sure it's going to be a very good game to play tomorrow, and we're looking forward to that.
Hi Bernardo, it was after the Sporting game in November. You lost 4-1 and you said the team were in a dark place. How has that dark place been for the team, and do you feel like you are out of it now?
Well, when a team is so successful as ours was in the last 7 to 8 seasons, you lose a few games, you're not used to it, you have a bad season, you have a bad few months, and we don't accept it. We don't accept the situation. We don't take well losing, not winning, and winning and winning. So yeah, it was at that time it was really frustrating because we came from, I think, 2 or 3 defeats in a row. I do think that the team is in a better moment now. Still not perfect in terms of results, especially, but yeah, I think we're not in the same dark place. Especially personally, that I was feeling like we were in, I would say November. Was it? It was.
Bernardo, we know that mentality will be incredibly important tomorrow. Over this next 24 hours, what sorts of conversations will you be having with your teammates? What conversations will you be having amongst yourselves right up until you walk out of the tunnel before a huge game to motivate you with the task in hand?
Well, I don't think my teammates need a lot of motivation to play this competition, to play against this opponent. It's going to be such a special game. But in terms of what this represents to us after so many bad results in the Premier League, obviously still having the opportunity to stay in this competition and knowing that we're not going to win the other most important competition of the season, which is the Premier League, it's always a big motivation for us, knowing that now we're in a worse place than we were when the tie started, because we were playing at home when we lost. But still we believe that it's possible, knowing that we play against a very good team and a team with a lot of special moments in this competition. But yeah, we believe that we can come here, we can try, and maybe eventually put some problems to this Madrid team, knowing, as I said, that they're a top side. Yeah.
Richard.
Hi, Bernardo. You faced Real obviously a lot of times later on in the competitions in recent years, and we're used to seeing you in quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. If you can't turn this one round, what would that mean, and what would that say about this team and this season?
Well, very disappointing for sure. Of course, when the season started, I wouldn't believe you if you told me that we were in this place in the Premier League. We were playing against Madrid in the playoffs, not, as you said, in the latter stages of quarterfinals, semi-finals. So yeah, we put ourselves in this situation. So in a way, we deserve to be in this complicated situation of having to play such a tough team in the playoffs, because we finished 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. And definitely, if things don't go our way, it will be a lesson for the future. We still believe that things can go our way, and we still have a chance tomorrow. But it's a lesson. It's a lesson for the future, definitely, yeah.
Hi Bernardo, Alex Ashmore here for Sporty TV. You talk about how good Real Madrid are, and then obviously you had that brilliant win against Newcastle at the weekend, but perhaps it's not been the most consistent season for yourselves. Mm-hmm. What do you think are the keys to finding those moments where you have been so good, like against Newcastle coming into tomorrow night's game?
Well, first we have to understand that they're completely different games, different competitions that require different things in different moments. But yeah, definitely coming off a win, it's also nice for the confidence. It's also a boost for the whole team to come here and be a bit more relaxed, knowing that these type of games require different things than a league game. We will try to do our best to manage the game in the perfect way, to try and create some problems to Madrid.
John?
Bernardo, to your right. Got it. So, in these set of circumstances, what is the right approach? What gives you the best chance of going through? Well, the right approach first is always believe, even though that we know the task is difficult. Always believe that it's possible. Always believe, no matter what happens in the first 20-30 minutes of the game. Stay in the tie, and then follow the plan. So we know how good they are in running, in countering, in putting you under pressure in this stadium, and we need to deal with those situations.
One more in English, please, guys. Dave.
Hi, Bernardo. You mentioned the penalty shootout last season. Sorry to bring it up. How do you reflect on that, your penalty personally, and would you take one? If it goes to penalties tomorrow night, would you be keen to put your hand up and take one?
Yeah, definitely. I would put my hand up. Well, you only can miss a penalty if you go and take it, and yeah, I took it down the middle. The keeper was waiting for it. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. I have no regrets in terms of that. And yeah, if it has to go to penalties. We'll try and do our best to take them as best as possible and to qualify for the next stage. It's as simple as that.
Take some questions in Spanish, just here, please.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Guardiola has just said that 1% of choices that City had tomorrow was a joke. That he sees a team with more odds to go to moving through. So you've been the protagonist in the games against Real Madrid. Do you have a much higher percentage of what people could think that tomorrow is your last chance from a sports point of view? Well, the truth is that I really don't know what's the accurate percentage. I hope I have a little bit more than 1%, as the coach said, as Guardiola said. But we know that when the playoffs started, people were speaking about 50-50, maybe right now Real Madrid is a little bit more favourite, I would say, because it's the first game that we lost in our stadium. It always changes things a little bit. We have a much tougher work to do, especially here at Bernabeu. But we believe that we have a little bit more than that, and that we can make things difficult for Real Madrid, knowing that it's a special team for this competition and it has a lot of weapons to really hurt us. Hello, Bernardo. How are you doing? Yep, Carlos Vicente live for Radio Marca. We heard you. We saw you at the first game where you changed your T-shirt with your friend Mbappe. What do you think about Mbappe? Do you think that he's already adapted to Real Madrid? Maybe it's the most important player that Real Madrid could have for tomorrow. Well, first of all, I'm happy because I think that he was his dream since he was a kid. And, of course, Kylian is a great player and very special player. One of the most special ones in the world right now in football. But Real Madrid has many different weapons, has many ways to really hurt you. And you can just focus on one player. When you have Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham and Mbappe, you can just think of one. You have to think of all of them. You have to think of controlling the game as good as possible. So that they don't surprise you and they do not counter the way they love to do. But I'm sure that we will pay attention to Kylian, that's for sure, because he is a player that you can't give space to, because otherwise he could create a lot of problems. Yeah, hello Bernardo, Diego Plaza from El Chiringuito. You've talked about the weapons that Real Madrid has, the counter-attack, the strikers, but maybe for that almost perfect game that Guardiola says that you need, where are the weaknesses that Real Madrid has? Where do you think that you could hurt us in order to move through? Well, of course, I don't want to give you all the answers, but a team is never perfect. Real Madrid, City, any team. There's no perfect team. There are always ways to find weaknesses in a team. And there are some things that they don't do that well. And I think that we have things that we do better than Real Madrid, and I think that Real Madrid does things better than us. And it is about finding the way to bring the game to a zone where we feel more comfortable with the pace, and it's not comfortable for Real Madrid knowing that when you play against this kind of players, you will always suffer. Either 20 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. We'll try to suffer as little as possible, but these are very difficult games because against Real Madrid, you know that you are playing at a very high pace, and they always have a great capacity to run and transition the ball. But if you are playing at a very low pace, they feel very comfortable on the pitch too. So you need to find a balance, and we'll try to take advantage of our quality in order to create problems for Real Madrid. Last one. Yeah, Bernardo, hello. Angel Gonzalez for La Squadra. Last year you scored here against Real Madrid. So I would like to know, what did you feel when you scored such an important goal? And maybe if you think that tomorrow is a good day to repeat that moment. If I would like to, of course, when you score a goal, when you score an important goal at a stadium, at a competition like Champions League against Real Madrid, it's always very beautiful. It's like your dream has come true, your dream from when you were a kid, and you were always happy. And what it's a matter of concern to me is that City should have as much odds as possible in order to try to fight against Real Madrid and to put them in trouble, because we have a very difficult game, but we still have hope. Hope, that's the word in Spanish, esperanza. And I think that we can fight for tomorrow's game. Thank you.
Thank you.